What's up, y'all? It's your boy Power Stunna. Welcome to another edition of Power Stunna's Thoughts. Let's get started. Hold on a sec. Okay, here we go. As you can see, I bought this on Spider-Man Edge of Time. I bought this the day it came out, October 4th, which was 3 days ago. And I guess I'm going to do a quick little brief review. Okay, first of all, the Spider-Man 2099 witnessed the classic Spider-Man that we all know and love apparently died because of anti-venom. Now, apparently, later on the story, you will find out in the story that anti-venom, well, of course, he killed the classic Spider-Man, the present-day Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yeah, he killed that Spider-Man. In the future, in Spider-Man 2099, Bear witnessed it. So what 2099 is doing is basically going back in time, or better yet, relay the message to the, to the Spider-Man that before he dies. And of course, as you progress through the game, several things will change between the present-day Spider-Man and the future Spider-Man, and you basically have to fight through and fight across the span of a century to save the world and Spider-Man. You basically have to save the world and Spider-Man himself. It's basically a race against time. Now, this gameplay, I'm just going to say it right now. I'm going to go ahead and just go and score it right now. I give this game a 4.9 out of 5. Now, I looked at reviews on the game already. They were basically average scores. I mean, yeah, Spider-Man, I'll tell you one thing. This was a good follow-up. This was actually a good follow-up, but it was nothing, but it definitely was not better than Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. That was a great game. That was a great game. It really was. But this one, the story of this game wasn't bad either. You basically had to save the world and the Spider-Man we all know and love. Otherwise, yeah, history repeated itself. Now, the combat system is just like that of Shattered Dimensions. You beat the crap out of enemies, gain experience. It's just the whole little, experience setup, and unlock abilities, upgrade the same abilities you unlock, and sort of thing. You have to basically beat the crap out of enemies, which obviously there will be a repetitiveness. It's inevitable. And yeah, you'll be beating the crap out of waves and waves of enemies, different enemies, of course, from both the present day and the future. So yeah, you see where that's going. And then of course, to take a break from the fighting, there are a couple of there are some parts of the game where you actually have to do some free dive missions with the future Spider-Man. And I'm gonna lie, some of those free dive missions with Spider-Man 2099, those were actually kind of hard. Let's just say I barely managed to avoid the obstacles and stuff, because when you're messing with time, the whole thing will change. Everything around you will change. And that's how it was in the building that Spidey, present day and future Spider were in. But yeah. But bottom line is, it's a good game. It's a good game. I enjoyed it. I actually played this game. I beat this game the day it came out. I didn't take a break. I was playing this whole game, and I managed to beat it for it took me 9 hours to beat this game. 9 hours, and I played a game non-stop, no breaks. I didn't even go to the bathroom to take a piss. I didn't even go get me a snack. I played this game 9 hours straight, non-stop. And according to the reviews, it would take you from anywhere around 8 to 10 hours to beat this game, and yeah, I wasn't kidding. I think it was good enough. I mean, it was just like Shattered Dimensions. It took me a good 8 to 9 hours to beat, so yeah. But yeah, 4.9 out of 5. Now, that's just alright. Now, in other news, a couple of days ago, God, I'm so tongue-tied. The founder of Apple, the man who revolutionized Apple and of course digital entertainment, Steve Jobs, recently passed away. And of course I already paid my respects for him, Steve Jobs. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, there would be no MacBooks, iPods, iPads, iPhones, etc., etc., all the Apple products that there exist today. But I didn't really know the guy personally, but come on, dude. If you're like me, if you're a nerd / gamer like me, there's definitely a reason why he made an impact in the in the video game, in the gaming industry, and of course digital entertainment. And of course, it was a bummer that he died. It really was. And my heart goes out and pay my respects to his family and those that were close to him, friends, family, that sort of thing. So rest in peace, Steve Jobs. Thank you for giving us revolutionized digital entertainment. Now, I gotta see it now. Speaking of this death, this goes out to you certain people that have no heart and you are just ungrateful, disrespectful little pricks. Yeah, I was looked at people on Facebook and Twitter, and people actually made jokes about Steve Jobs and his death. Okay, look, if you don't like that, if you don't like Apple, if you hate Apple, if you hate Mac, I can understand that, but seriously, the least you can do is have some decency and not joke about Steve Jobs and his death. For crying out loud, people. I mean, seriously, is that not too much to ask? I mean, yeah, man, I saw some harsh comments and jokes that were not funny and actually pissed me off. I, in particular, was not offended by this, but yeah, that pissed me off that you would joke about someone's death like that. Yeah, even one of my friends on YouTube, not going to say her name, she even made a funny, like, when I made a status about his death, yeah, she made a comment, she made a joke, and it was not funny, and that pissed me off. And then, of course, she, sent me a private message and basically apologized. So, yeah. If you're gonna make you can make jokes about Apple and its products, whatever, I can understand it. If you don't like Apple, I understand that. I completely understand. But seriously, have the decency to not joke about a man's death, for crying out loud. That just shows how immature and heartless you are. Oh, how would you feel? And ask yourself this, who made jokes about Jobs. How would you feel if you actually knew this guy, if he was a close friend of yours and he died, and you were, and you obviously mourning over his death and everything? And would you be pissed off if people made jokes about someone you cared about or someone that was close to you? I would hope so. I'm telling you, man, some people are just ungrateful and heartless, immature bastards. It pisses me off. But yeah, that just shows, man. I'm telling you, some of you people need to seriously grow up. Seriously, grow up. It's the same, you did the same crap with Michael Jackson. You made jokes about him and his death, and you probably did the same thing with other celebrities, well-known celebrities that died. Seriously, people, grow up. If you didn't like the celebrity if you didn't like the person or celebrity for whatever reason, fine, but don't make jokes about his death. That's the least you could do. Have some freaking decency, for God's sakes. Alright, enough about that. On to other news. Let's see. As of now, I have 3 games on pre-order. I have Assassin's Creed Revelations, Batman Arkham City, which comes out in a couple of weeks, and I have pre-ordered Elder Scrolls Skyrim. So yeah, I got 3 other games I gotta pre-order. I gotta pre-order 3 games that are coming out next month. Uncharted 3, November 1st. And then of course Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I've got to pre-order those games ASAP. And since I don't have school or anything particular to do this weekend, I may actually get around to doing that. Pre-order 3 more games, and I have 6 games on pre-order, dude. But of course, there will be other games that are coming out that I will be getting during these last 3 months of this year. So yeah, the Christmas shopping. I'm pretty much gonna have my Christmas shopping done, dude. Which is all I want is games, and maybe a couple of new gaming shirts and all that. But hey, it's all good. It's all good. I'm telling you, man, I love being a gamer. This is my favorite time of the year because 1, I love Halloween. 2, Thanksgiving, you can be a fat ass and not give a damn about your weight. Seriously. And 3, Christmas, you get presents. But nowadays, I don't get presents anymore because I basically buy myself stuff. Unless you know me well enough to get me the kind of present that I would want, such as this, then yeah, great. But, is there anything else I want to talk about? No. Well, this is Power Stunna's thoughts and sayings, or just thoughts, whatever. Talk to you later, YouTubers. See ya.